Yeah, hello, welcome to this broadcast. I hope this is working fine. I have to adjust a little bit, to be honest, here in my setup after my move. Some things are a little bit different. Yeah, like the positioning of my screens and things like that, little things, but yeah, human beings are creatures of habit, and every change is kind of not so easy. Okay, I hope you are all right. Yeah, welcome to all the regulars here in the chat. Yeah, I see many familiar names, but let's get going. I want to play some games and going to shoot for some
Game
5-minute chess playing Vic Lake. Wow, I haven't played this guy for a long time. I've never played him with a Chess Explained account, but he's a strong player. Isn't that Kjetil Lee? Kjetil Lee, yeah, that's a GM from Norway. Okie dokie, let's see what we get. Spanish opening. And yeah, I'm going for the A6 here. For mainline stuff. Yeah, the 6d3 line. So d3 c3, okay, playable of course. I'm just going to castle here. And now, yeah, the question is, do I want to still play a Chigorin style setup or not? A4, I don't see that too often in this kind of situation. Often bishop b7 is a questionable move after d3, but I think here it's actually okay as he has played c3, so we'll see. I've looked a bit, I studied the Breyer variation a little bit recently, so maybe I get some knight b8 now, my knight d7 in later. Yeah, I see the broadcast seems to go well. I'm trying to do this maneuver now. I see that I've got some background noise in the picture, but this is something that will resolve itself when I change the light bulbs here in the ceiling. Yeah, it's kind of funny sometimes, the little things that yeah, that don't work out as they were planned. It's quite funny. I moved with all the light bulbs, all the lighting from my old place to the new one, but the somewhat brighter lamps that I had in my office to have a better lighting for the videos, they are now in some other room, and I've got the less powerful lighting now in my office. I have to just change the light bulbs there. I only noticed this when the video setup here was done today, and I didn't yet manage to get to change this. It's something that I will do for next time. Okay, here I can go c5. I'm happy to do that. Oh, wow, really? That looks nice, actually. He doesn't have a comfortable way of defending e4 now. I understand that he felt that knight b4 is an idea and so on, but isn't e4 just weak now? Yeah, this is a move that you're not so happy with, I guess. Okay, knight d3. That doesn't look too great. Yes, knight b4, but is that really an issue? I think I want to get in knight h5 possibly. Bishop g5. But knight h5, he will probably play knight f3 back. Okay, maybe just play some strengthening moves. Okay, yes, bishop b1. Yeah, that's a good move. Trying to cover d3. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have a problem here, but it was a good regrouping. f4. Are you serious? What? That is possible. That's cool. Okay, I'll take this. I don't believe this at all. Not at all. But let's not get too excited here. There's a question in the chat if I can recommend a book about the Rogozin. Yeah, there is the book about the Rogozin. The book is called The Rogozin Complex by I think is it by Barsky? Is that Barsky? Yeah, Russian author. I think it's Barsky if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty substantial book, pretty good book. Okay, so what am I doing here? Maybe just here, take that bishop. I didn't want to take, and possibly rook e5, rook takes h5. F4 was a very questionable move, I guess. Things are still kind of messy. It's not like I'm winning easily, but it's something that objectively should be pretty bad. Yeah, don't really see what he's doing now here. Pieces don't do much, but he's a dangerous tactical player. I'm aware of that. Okay, so maybe just grab stuff.
Check.
Take d5. Take d5. Is there something wrong with that move? I don't see it. I'm taking this. Yeah, it is the Babarsky, right? The Rogozin book.
Check.
Yeah, I mean this book is still the kind of the book about it. It has it's a couple of years old by now, but it's still the one to start with, let's say. Maybe I can actually play bishop e4 and play bishop d5. No, we cannot do that. Okay, we'll see. It's still the book to get to start with the whole opening if you are interested in it. And probably, as it is such a popular line nowadays, it makes quite some sense to study yourself, analyze a little bit yourself. There are so many developments with all the top level games being played, so it makes sense to get be up to date with all this. Okay, about this game, I wonder. Yeah, I think I'll just go back here. Yeah, thanks, Wade. I'm happy to have the live stream going right after my move. That there wasn't any issues with the internet or anything like that. It was all working it's all working rather smoothly, and that was something that I feared a little bit, that there would be some technical problem or whatever, but nothing. They installed my internet on the Friday, a couple of days ago, and everything worked basically out of the box. No problems, no nothing. It just worked. Okay, so I returned one pawn to coordinate my position a little bit better.
Time warning.
It's still not a completely easy task to win. Especially not with no time, even though it looks pretty good. Rook e7, I think, is what I'm going to play next, unless he is somehow preventing it, which I don't see how that might work. Okay.
Check.
Yeah, if I take here, we'll take d5. That's not so great. Queen e4. I can also take c3 here. That looks wrong. Let's go here.
Check.
Is there any big idea? I don't see it really. Looks like I've got good control. Not sure why I played h5, to be honest. Here, this is a good one. Useful move.
Check.
That didn't make much sense.
Check. 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 White forfeits on time.
That was good. Happy. Yo, okay. So I want to see if there's something in the chat. What do I think about the Traxler Gambit? Well, the Traxler Gambit recently got mentioned. Just to make sure, I'm going to show you what the Traxler is actually. This is the Traxler Gambit. Sorry, obviously not. Yeah, it is. It's right actually. This is a Traxler where White can take on f7 in 2 ways. It's a very crazy opening. Something like this is happening. It actually recently got mentioned in a book that was published about an e4, e5 black repertoire by Nikos Netirlis, and he actually mentioned that he thinks that this is a decent opening, which is kind of funny because he's a good theoretician, so maybe there's something to it, but it's very, very difficult to assess. It's super sharp technically. There's a question by Victorex Carl. What to do against a 500 points higher rated player? Play a normal game or play something else? I just say play a normal game. 500 points is a pretty big difference. So usually, you don't stand a chance. I mean, if you transfer that, if you say 500 points higher than me, then I would place. There wouldn't be a human being that I could play. So it's a huge difference. And play your normal game. Play what you're good at, what you feel good about, and this is, I think, what you should do. Okay, this line I simply forgot. I always forget what I need to do here. Is that knight a5? There is some knight a5 b4 business, but is it here or? Okay, here I can go b4. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, d4, there's bishop f3 here. Some funny ideas. Takes knight c6 is pretty good for black anyway, I think. As I get d4 and so on. Yeah, this is interesting. Now if I take, he has to take with the pawn. As queen takes b3 is losing the bishop. Yeah, 500 more than me, that would be Carlsen. Yeah, well, 500, that's 2,930 or something. That's not existing, simply. Okay, I was thinking knight h5, but he might have f4. That looks kind of funky. With knights on a5 and h5. The question by John Smith: what did I do with my students when you move to the new place? Well, I mean, they are basically, almost all of them are online, so there is no big issue there. And it's not that I moved to I don't know, a different continent or anything. I just moved like 10, 15 miles or something, 15 miles from my old place. So it's not a big issue. So what to do here? I think I'll put this here. Yeah, it looks good. I need a rook. I need a rook somewhere. Do I get a rook? I can take e3. Pawn takes. But I have no... this is actually funky. Maybe I can get rook b1. I think I have to castle here anyway. So let's castle. And go from here. Can also just play king h8 and f5. Maybe this is the thing. Okay, I guess knight takes. There's a question: if I played 100 games with Carlsen, what score I might get? Yeah, not many points. Not quite sure what the mathematical expectation is, what the expected score is. It's not much anyway. It's not much anyway. Rook b2 is the idea. If he allows that, would be fantastic. I don't expect this to happen though. Okay. That looks tricky now. I mean, I'm not saying I'm winning, but rook f2, many, what's it? He has to play some queen f1 or something like that. Yeah. And now, do I have a win? Knight h3, rook g2, just about defense. Maybe just back here, right? Maybe I should have taken then knight c6. Not sure. Who's the highest rated player that ever played over the board? The highest rated player I think that I played over the board was probably Melkumian in 2014. He was 2674 or something at the time. I have played a couple of 2600 plus GMs. Okay, queen f2. I can just take f2 here. I think I'll do that. But I've played some players that I think they were actually better players, but they might have had a lower rating at the time. I played Lautier, for example, 2 times, and he was a top 10 player at his best. Also, I lost those games pretty clearly, man. I mean, I tried my best, but you cannot say I put up a big resistance there. Okay, I tried to double on the second rank. Yeah, I played Luke Van Vele last week actually and lost pretty badly. I will feature that game on my channel at some point. Yeah, there's a question. Are modern grandmasters better than classical players like Lasker? How would Aronian fare against Lasker and so on? Yeah, this is always a very difficult thing to say. It's a difficult thing to say, an old kind of discussion. I think
White resigns.
yeah, he cannot really defend against Rook b2. I think that the modern players are quite a bit stronger. There were parts, I mean, from those old games, if you look at games by Lasker or Alekhine or Capablanca,
Game started.
there are many very strong games, but they also had pretty bad games. So the really good ones, they look like like they're on a modern kind of level. But you sometimes see games where you really wonder what they were thinking. It's a pretty big difference. I think that the best things that they played back then, the best games, they're really on an exceptionally high standard. But there were also some pretty awful games where you see that they didn't have the knowledge of nowadays. Of course, this is not meaning that they were stupid or bad or whatever. It's just the simple case that we benefit from all the knowledge that they have. Let's say, inherited to us, if you want. Okay, c5. You can close the position. Both is interesting. I think I'll close it. There's a question. Who is the weakest player that I lost against and drew against since becoming an IM? Oh, interesting. I lost a game like 2 or 3 years ago against someone rated 2100 in a local event in a cup match, and only recently and I drew a game against a player with about 1950 in a tournament last year. In that case, however, I have to say that, I mean, the game that I lost, I just lost, yeah. And it was a kind of complete, it was a unclear, complicated game, and I just made a terrible mistake, and he won fair and square. The game against the 1950 player was actually a pretty complicated full game, but it was the final round of an event that I already had won, and I'm also we are friends, so I mean, I just said, okay, let's make a draw and let's go have some nice dinner or something. I was probably a little bit worse in that position though, and I mean, I probably would have played if I had a great position, but it was kind of unclear, and the draw was okay. So, what about this? I would like to, if possible, get this knight to e3. I control h5. I want to control h5 and f5 here, ideally. And this looks like it's going to be possible. Okay. Let's open this up. We have Akiba Rubinstein in the chat, and he also was a fantastic player of old. If you look at Rubinstein, for example, this is a very nice and interesting case from those. If you look at an older player, classical player. If you look at Rubinstein's best endgames, yeah, he played fantastically well in rook endings or in positions where he had a very clear strategic idea. But he had also some games where he had to calculate a lot, where it was unclear, where it is murky. And in those games, he did not play particularly well. We have to be honest there. Yeah, so there's a big difference. He had extremely good games in some kind of position types. As I said, endings and strategically focused games. But some other, not so much. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rubinstein. Don't get me wrong, but it's just we have to like tell it like it was or like it is. He was strong in many regards, but not in all phases of the game. And this is also a pretty big difference to modern chess. That the modern players are usually they have their strengths and weaknesses, but the weak sides are not as pronounced as it happened, or as it was with the players of old. Okay, so what about this? It really looks like there should be some kind of decisive strike. I'm thinking about g3, but I think I should just do this, right? It's just a good position here. Oh, I should switch off my mobile. Yeah, just go to g3 to... There's a question. Anyone got any ideas how to explain show to 12 to 15-year-olds chess beginners why chess is so great? Yeah, maybe. It's not so easy actually, because to appreciate the beauty of the game, it's almost yeah, you need to understand a little bit what's going on. Yeah, other than that, what Misael Garcia is saying is pretty true. Get them some weak opponents so that they can win games. There's some truth to that, of course. Okay, I wonder if I go here. I really don't know. I just play by ear here. Maybe that's not such a great idea actually. Check. Too lazy. Okay, I think I'll do this. Take d3. Wanna keep it simple method. If he takes e3, I'll go e5 for knight e7 double check. Yeah, of course. There's someone mentioned that Aronian also played a not so great game in the Bundesliga. They all have their good and bad days. That's certainly true. But
check.
If you look at, it's not comparable to what the classical players what they did. Oh, I actually wanted to go rook d1, but it doesn't matter that much. Okay, let's go here for the d pawn.
Time warning.
So how to win this in the quickest possible way? Bishop d4, I guess. Try to take f6 and then promote. Yeah, hello to Peter Finlay. Yeah, he says he's a long time fan of my channel and now can catch a live broadcast. Yeah, welcome.
Black resigns.
Yeah, I'm having a good run here. Pretty happy with this. Okay, let's see. Let's go for
game started.
New game, not Larsen. Yeah, that's easy. Larsen is unfortunately dead now for a couple of years. Okay, I'll go for e4 and play something aggressive. Yeah, let's play the King's Gambit. I've got requests for stuff like that. And why not? I mean, it's not particularly great, but why not? Here and there, play King's Gambit. How does that work? Bishop b5 or bishop c4? I don't know. I'm playing the check. Okay, Castle's blunders, so let's go d4. He's playing the so-called modern defense to the King's Gambit. This is something that I also have recommended in a video of mine some time ago. think that is a very sensible approach for black. Kind of a no-nonsense strategy. Just develop and enjoy a healthy position. It's not one of the super crazy lines that you sometimes have in the King's Gambit, but this is black's choice. I mean, he went for solid play. What was wrong with Twitch? I'm not sure. I mean, that there was something wrong with it in particular. It's just that streaming on YouTube has some advantages over Twitch. One thing that is kind of really helpful is that that it gets automatically archived into YouTube. It's quite it's a nice feature, and it's easier to reach people that that are on YouTube by just streaming on YouTube. So it makes quite a lot of sense to do it. Okay, I want to get the queen out of that pin. I'm not sure about this position. That might not be so bad for white. What now? Yeah, those pawns are rather annoying. I think I'll regroup here. Knight to b5, bishop to c4. Just, I mean, this is not, I mean, it is the King's Gambit, but it's still a rather, it's a normalish kind of position where it's not totally irrational, is what I'm trying to say. So we can think about weak squares like b5. Bishop to c4 is also, as I said, making quite some sense. By the way, if any of you watching the stream now is a member of the chess publishing forum, yeah, that's www.chesspub.com. This is a forum mostly about chess books. If some of you are members of that and happen to like my book, there's currently a Book of the Year contest where my book is one of the nominated works. So if you are a member there, please step by and vote for my book. There is no big reward or anything. It's just for honors, yeah. So I had to take on e4, I think, which is kind of sad, but I hope I get some kind of compensation in terms of playing, in the shape of playing some d5. I really had no big alternative. I think I had to take. Okay, d5, there's what, knight e5. I think I'll just go here. Taking on f3 is not a big issue here. Takes on f3 is not a big issue. So I want to try to play on the e-file. No, I did not have a look at Chessable or Chessable. I'm not quite sure about the pronunciation. I did not have a look yet. Simply had no time at all. In the last couple of days I had to look at things like, I don't know, having a working kitchen and things like that. I didn't look at chess websites much. And my kitchen is working. I can actually cook things and so on, which was not that easy. Okay, I was bishop d5 was more of a problem. Now d5 just looks good. I mean, where is he going with his knight? Okay, so now, is there a tactic? It looks suspicious. It really does. I don't see a tactic though. Yes, he wants to go knight f5, I think. It looks like there should be something, but I don't see it. Okay, I go c4. Okay. I wonder if I should transfer the knight to c6. I'm not sure that it helps. I'll do that. There is a question. Do I think that Maria Muzichuk has a chance in the Women's World Championship match against Hu Yifan? I give her a chance of like 20% in the match, maybe. It's not like impossible that she can do something, but she's a pretty big underdog in that. Hu Yifan is simply very, very strong.
Check.
Yeah, maybe let's go here for queen e8 or knight d6 maybe, or rook e8 for that matter. Okay, let's see. The best system for white against the King's Indian defense. There is no one best system. The King's Indian is a somewhat vulnerable opening anyway, and white should pick one system and study it thoroughly. Should get a decent position there most of the time. Wow, it's still very tricky, this position here. Yeah, hard to tell if knight e5 is good here.
Check.
It looks like some threats are going on, and I don't see what he is threatening. 97. Oh no! My queen is hanging. Let's not forget about that. Is there something better than trading? Trading should win, but I have no time. And it's not an easy win. Really isn't.
Check.
I have to be cautious here, not to run into some kind of funky self-mate here. Could happen. There's no mate there. I have no time. I have absolutely no time.
Check.
Position should win, but it's yeah, okay. Now I'm reasonably sure that I can win this.
Check. Black forfeits on time.
Yeah, I sped up at the end. Okay, sorry, I didn't watch the chat at all. Yeah, I'll check that site, that Chessable site or Chessable.
Game started.
But I'm not sure if I would want to publish some opening content on a site. It depends a little bit on their business model, simply. Okay, so against DamGen04, I've got a Nimzo. I've got a really good result there this session. I really wonder, did I lose a game yet? Nope. 4 out of 4. That's pretty good.
Check.
Okay, so let's see. I can get to a good old Hübner main line. Rook b1. Yeah. Oh, many possible moves. I go b6. It's not mandatory, but one of the possible moves against rook b1. g3. That's a somewhat uncommon way to play it. Yeah, I think I'll go for the pit here, actually. I want to get in f5. I wonder how to do it here. And I want to keep the knight on f6 for a moment, because bishop e2 is the move for him to unpin. But that's not so easy to do, as e4 is hanging. So I have a couple of useful moves. No, I have not thought about a tournament in the summer. Here's a question. Does someone know how to coordinate your pieces? Is this a skill you get while just playing, or is this a result of a good opening, or is there something else? Difficult question to answer in a simple sentence. A lot of it is about knowing what happens in certain middle game types. Yeah, like in a certain kind of position, one particular piece placement is kind of normal or unusual or so on. This comes from studying games of the set middle games, and simply getting experience and knowledge about those typical structures. Okay, do I go f4 here or what? Not taking is actually good. I wonder, I can go g5 here in this position, so that he has to go back. I wonder f4 is a move. If I should just prevent it or not. I think I'll prevent f4 here. Good move, good move. How to play? Yeah, probably knight f6, queen h3, queen d7, queen h3. So let's go here. And f4, queen h3 is interesting. Takes knight g4. Oh, a4, that's kind of a luxury. Surprising that white can afford such a move. I was thinking at least knight f5, or do I have something better here? There's also, he's got queen to f1. Okay, let's do that. My favorite type of middle game position to play. Yeah, I don't know. This kind of position that we have here, for example, is something that I really enjoy playing. It's
Check.
has some. It's more of a strategic kind of thing, and requires some kind of planning. What pieces to keep, what pieces to trade, and it is not so much about calculating concrete lines, which is somewhat, it's not my forte. So I rather have this kind of position than some wild slugfest or whatever. Okay, an interesting position. I'm somewhat down on the clock, and I didn't get as much as I was hoping to get, but it is not bad here, of course, not a bad position. Would like to get to a minor piece ending where I can possibly play against the weak pawns. Bishop e3. Knight e4 here. And the thing is, he just covers it, and then it's not quite clear what this has accomplished. So, okay, that was the idea. Okay, maybe now I have to force him. Okay. Okay, let's just a5, rook to b7. That should be okay for him, really, this position. I wonder what my mistake was. I really thought I should get some kind of a slight advantage there after White's somewhat weird maneuvers, but I didn't get it right. Akiba Rubinstein in the chat announces that his birthday is in 2 weeks, so there may be some surprises in store for us. Okay, kind of curious. So what is he going for here? Yeah, maybe h5, g4. So okay, let's see if I can get this in. Seems I might be able to do so. Okay. Aha, very interesting. Now I cannot take, this is hanging. Funny.
Time warning. Check.
So, okay, maybe take here. He has got king d3 also. I know, then I can take actually, okay. Takes on b5, I can actually capture because of the fork on c3. But I'm not sure that I'm threatening much.
Check.
I could have taken, I know, now I can take actually. Now that will be 5-0.
White forfeits on time.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. That was good. Okie dokie, one more game. Will I be undefeated in this session? That would be cool.
Game started.
I'm playing G Bianchi. Yeah, I don't have a good score against him. 1 draw, 1 loss. Let's see. He sometimes is in the chat, so we'll see what happens. Banco. I don't really play a critical line against the Banco. I mean, the acceptance was considered to be very strong a while back, but nowadays there are new ideas, so-called Perunovic variation. And black is scoring decently there. That's a question. Will I cover the candidates tournament? Yes, of course I will. I'm covering the. I'm always covering the big events. So candidates as well. Isn't there knight f7 here? I don't know. I try. Have I lost the game yet in my new apartment? Yes, today when I recorded the video. I vaguely remember that this is possible. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can take with the queen here, right? Queen takes.
Check.
Why did I play that? Anyway, let's see what happens here. Still has some coordination issues. Somehow I feel like history repeating, like I had this stuff on the board earlier and it didn't work out back then. Who do I consider the player with the most talent for chess? One that doesn't need to work hard but still playing whatever. I had a hard, impossible to tell. There was some kind of nonsense. Why did I do that? Taking on f7, not playing a normal kind of game. I was thinking that this is working, but probably not. As I talk about tournaments, there's one suggestion to play the Danish Extracon Chess Open, previously called the Politiken Cup. It's a very strong open tournament, yeah, definitely is. I have considered to play that at some point, but I ultimately did not go for that because I didn't quite like the setting there. It's outside Copenhagen, but it's like a couple of miles. It's a little bit more than a couple of miles, like 1 hour by train or by car to Copenhagen. And I really did not know if I would join that tournament, what I would be doing there the whole day. Okay, so that bishop has no square. If you want to go to Copenhagen, This is it's just a long time. Okay, I'll take here. That knight is still damn strong. I mean, he blundered that piece, but the knight is strong. How to do that? Is there something better than taking the bishop? Probably not. It's still not so easy here. Rook e7. I wonder if queen d3 is a move here. I'm one pawn down, which is interesting. So just for possible return of the material, this is what I'm... Here's got rook f8 coming. Yeah, let's do this. How annoying. I don't have a good move now to cover this. I don't want to play king to f1. Rook to f1. Just kind of annoying. Covering stuff. Maybe rook e8 or something. No.
Time warning.
Some f4 would help, but not quite sure if I can get it in. Now I blundered rook e7. Yeah, it's difficult. The knight is damn strong. It's just a damn strong piece. Doesn't even take it.
Check.
Knight g3, there's queen f4.
Check.
I had some better options, but it's still not at all easy. Playing for mate now.
Check.
Oh, that's mate, buddy. Rook h7 checkmate. Wow.
Black resigns.
What a nice run. That was very lucky. That was lucky, really. Okay, let's get in just one more game and see if I can get to 7-0. Yeah, someone says my comments was part of the reason why someone decided not to play last year. What tournament is meant? What tournament is referred to? I don't know. Please tell me, did I say something negative about a particular tournament? I'm pretty cautious with those kind of things. I only mention if something really sucks. Okay, well here I always thought that this is kind of dangerous for white. We'll see. They normally take on f6 in this position. So, Yen the man, what about your bishop? Why am I not winning a bishop here? Tell me. Maybe get some kind of weird compensation because my position has this kind of Swiss cheese quality, right? Yeah, there are some issues here. So I'm going to take that.
Check.
And check. So what now? King f8 probably. Not sure. That looks like the relatively safest. So how to develop stuff? Queen to e7, and I want to avoid to capture and give him rook f3. This is clear. I don't want to allow that. This looks sensible. Knight takes e5, queen e4, bishop c3, queen d5. Yeah, it looks okay.
Check.
No, I think someone says Gusti would be a bit higher rated than I am on the SC. Yeah, sure, he would probably be higher, but someone says 300 points.
Check.
That I actually think is kind of impossible. He won't be on 2,700 something here. That's too high. He's a very good blitz player if he really gets, I mean if he plays and is active and so on, but 2,700 I don't think so. I mean we can check. He still has an account here which he does not use because of his affiliation with Chess24, but still. Okay, go here, bishop c6. Yeah, f4. That move I was a little bit afraid of, but is it so dangerous? Probably just move the knight, but where? Here maybe. We can check what what Gusti's rating was. Five minutes. It was 2,560. Last rating at 2,665 was the highest. Okay. So rook d3. Go here. Let's see, rook d8, I guess. queen c1 is a threat now. Yeah, I think the check.
Check.
Then just grab g5. Yeah, he's threatening queen h8 now. Still slightly murky, but he doesn't really have enough pieces in play. Just go bishop c6 now, knight e5, things like that. So he's got a possible check on b4, but yes, it's in there. It's part of the position. Maybe just this for c5. Yeah, it's okay. There's no big threats. I've got 119 left, so so the time could be the issue, but position wise there's not much left for him to do. Also queen c5 now.
White resigns.
Yeah, that's kind of understandable. There's not much left. So this is the first ever session that I've played here in this show where I went for a whitewash. 7 wins, no losses, no draws, with some luck here and there, but I think I played quite decently. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. It was the first show after my move to the new apartment, which I told you a lot about in recent streams, that it was kind of stressful. So I'm really happy to have settled in and to be able to focus more about on chess videos, broadcasts, and so on. I hope you liked it. I'll be back next week. There will also be a simultaneous display again in March for the ICC. And maybe also some live content on my own channel. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm leaving with a 100% score on this Monday 29th. Thanks guys. Bye bye.